Anybody that watched our last video knows that we partnered with Equipment Zone and we're setting up a demo center for all you guys to come in and see these printers and try them out. We can demo them for you. This one in front of me right here is the Epson SureColor V1070. Equipment Zone is selling that for $92.99 right now. So $9,299. It is a UV desktop printer. It is their entry level desktop A4 size printer. It runs the Epson Ultrachrome UV ink, 140 milliliter packs. Those are selling for $77 a piece. There's cyan, magenta, yellow, black, and plus white and a varnish. And then you also get a maintenance pack. Inks do come with this printer. It comes with inks, pretty much everything you need to get set up and going. Once we get this thing opened, we will go through everything that's in the box. We've never used this before either, so we'll learn together. So as you can see, this does ship on a pallet, all crated up. It's going to ship to you via freight, and there is liftgate service available. So if you can't, if you don't have a loading dock, we don't. So we got the cardboard off of the printer, got everything unwrapped, and in the styrofoam top sitting on top of the printer, they have all of your accessories or everything that comes with the printer. The first thing that we're going to open here is the print ink cartridges. So it's not the ink, it's just the tops, and you're going to need that during part of the charge process or part of putting that ink into the system for the first time. There's one for each ink slot, and you will use those in between the flush and the actual ink charge. You can see here that they do have a full set of inks plus an extra white and an extra varnish included with the printer. During the charge process, Epson says that it may go through a full white and a full varnish, and it will ask you to change out the empty for the new. So they do give you extras in both of those. The CMYK will not take a full one, so they only give you one of those. There is also a full set, so 6 cartridges of the cleaning cartridges. This will use this during initial setup. You'll put one in each of the ink slots, and it will basically clean the lines before it introduces the ink. The printer will walk you through that step by step. Not a super complicated process, but we'll go through it. This is the first one I've charged up to. Lastly, included in that first side, that is going to be the handle cover for the front of the printer. After you take all of the tape and packing materials off, you can snap that cover. It just gives a nice flush look to the front of the printer. In the other piece of styrofoam, the first thing here is the charge kit. So this will basically collect the ink that it and the cleaning solution that that the printer is going to purge out as a part of this process. This kit goes on the flatbed, and it's important to remember that you definitely want to keep this. It can be used again if you're flushing the printer, or so it's more than a one-use item. Also, the power cord. The last two things that have their own slot here are going to be the front and rear air filters for the machine, and Epson will walk you through when to put those in and how. They do a really good job with their screen of showing you step by step what you have to do, when to open and close the cover, when to put ink in throughout the whole charge process. You also have a quick start guide in there, the software to run the printer, a couple of tools. You will need a Phillips screwdriver. That's not supplied, but they also supply the Allen wrench that you need. So both of those are helpful. After removing all of the packing material from the top and sides of the printer, you're going to open the cover, and you will find a lot more of that blue packing tape
all the way around the inside of the printer. Make sure to get all of those pieces off. Epson says that all of it should be done before ever powering up the printer. I just kind of went around step by step. This covers the top of the print head, right there, the back, and then there is a cover that is taped to the bottom of the print head. Make sure to slide that out carefully, not to scratch the print head, and make sure that that paper comes with the plastic. The last part is the filter cover. The front filter cover has a piece of tape on it. There are some shipping brackets that are mounted to the printer. This first one is on the left hand side. This is one of the Allen screws. There's two. There's one on the left, there's one on the right. You'll unscrew the Allen screw all the way out, and once you get that, the bracket should slide right out. So that is the left side bracket. There is also going to be one on the right hand side. These are the only two Allen screw brackets that come with this printer. Next, there's the bracket that holds the head all the way to the left. It's a large black bracket. There's 8 screws. There's 4 on the head side, and then there's another 4 that connect that bracket to the machine. These are going to be Phillips screws. Epson says that you should take the head side off first, so the 4 screws that connect to the head. Take those out one at a time, and that this is something you want to be kind of gentle with. You don't want to be banging the head around. Um, I was just careful with it when I took it out. They're not super tight in there, but making sure you have the right Phillips size screwdriver helps in this process, and just make sure not to drop the screws into the machine. It's not super complicated, but you want to make sure not to bang that head around if you can all avoid it. Once you get the 4 screws off the head side, there's also the 4 screws that are going to connect that bracket to the machine. I took those out one at a time. Again, careful not to drop the screws into the machine. And then that head bracket is going to be released. One thing that is right on the sticker and that it shows you is not to take and pull that bracket straight out towards you. You tip it, or you lift it up slightly and to the right slightly, and then it slides right out. Not super difficult, but you want to make sure that you're not breaking anything pulling it out of the machine. Once that's done, that head is free.
Well, a day has passed since our last video. We got as far as we could yesterday. We're going to finish setting up the Epson SureColor V1070 today. The only thing we've done while we were away was we plugged the machine in. We have not turned it on yet, and we put this front cover, handle cover on. It just snaps into place. Now we are ready to finally power this machine up. We are going to close the lid and hit our power. It does have a nice touchscreen on the top of it. Epson is really good about giving you step-by-step instructions. As we said the other day, we have never used one of these machines before, so we're going to learn together. It's asking me language. I'm going to just push English. Daylight savings time, so we're in the summer right now. It's asking you your date format, so we're going to pick the one that we want. Our date is correct. Time format, we're going to do 12 hours. And it is currently 10:59 a.m. It's going to ask you length unit. You can either pick meters or feet and inches. We're going to pick feet and inches. It asks you to confirm that you've taken all the packing materials away, and we've done that, so we're going to hit OK. It asks you to start the ink charging process. There's 9 steps. It'll take approximately 100 minutes. If you do not have time to complete the process, turn off the power and start when you do. We're going to charge it up, so we're going to hit start. It's asking us to open the ink cover and then insert the cleaning ink supply unit for each tray. And those, when we unpacked, we went through this. It comes with 6 of them. We're going to open them all and get them into the machine. They come in bags. Open each bag, and again, you're going to want to save these because they are reusable. It will not take all of the liquid. So we'll save each box and each bag. They are going to go into all of your ink supply units for the initial charge process. We will pull out the tray, snap it in, and put it back in. And we'll come back to you when we get all of these in and see what the next step of the process is. All right, we got all of our cleaning packs installed, and now it is telling us to install the air filter. We can hit the start, and it's going to show us how to install each one of these pieces. You can go to the how-to. It'll tell you to open the printer cover. It shows you that it is the front air filter located right over here. We have to lift the side, and we're going to install the air filter. Once we have installed it, it tells us to close the door, close the main cover, and hit done. The next step that it's telling us to do is to open the cover, and there is a protective piece right here. It's asking us to take the tape off of this. Remove that. Close the cover, hit complete. And now it's asking us to install the rear air filter. Again, nice how-to. Open the cover. The back air filter is all the way in the back. It's got a piece of protective tape on it that you won't be able to get to until the head is forward. We're going to open the door for that. Slide the air filter in, close the door, close the top, and hit done. According to the screen, the next thing it's telling us to do is to install the new ink charging tool. Open the cover. Grab our charge tool. It does have a plastic cover on it. We're going to remove that. They do tell you to make sure to keep that for later in the process. It does have some small registration pegs on it. So make sure to push that down. Make sure it's locked to the bed. Double check that it's firmly in place. Close the printer cover and hit OK. It asks you if you did attach the ink charging tool. Hit yes. And the printer is going to start the flushing project, or the flushing cleaning solution into the head, and then we will go on to the next step. That process takes about 2 minutes. It just brought up a screen that said open the ink cover and insert a tray attachment into each tray. So we are going to come over here we are going to remove these packs. Remember to save these because you can use them again. You get 6 of these attachments. We're going to put them in each tray and slide them in. All right, we have now inserted those attachments into each of the ink slots, and it is telling us to hit OK. And what this is doing is it's actually discharging that cleaning solution from the lines in this part of the process. They said it takes about 13 minutes. When that's done, we'll come back and hopefully we are able to start putting some ink in this machine. All right, the printer just ran through its purge process. It's now asking us to open the ink cover and insert an ink supply unit into each tray. So we're going to come over. They are labeled what color goes where. First one is going to be white. And it tells you to shake these before putting them in. And that one says 50 times. White is usually the most. Our next one is black. It tells us 20. We'll get the rest of these done, close the cover, and then we will be right back with you to see what the next step is. We've got all of our inks in now, shook them all. The only one that doesn't require shaking is the varnish. Close the lid. It's telling us to hit OK. And now it says that it is charging the ink, and it is an approximate 23-minute process. We'll come back after that's done and see what our next step is. All right, it's about 15 minutes into the charge process. The printer just beeped. It is asking me to install a new white. So we are going to come over. They did say that it may take more than one to charge it up. So this one is garbage. We'll put the new in, shake it up, close the cover, and hit OK. All right, we're on the next step of charging this up. It is telling us to start using the ink charging tool. Hold it in place so it does not move. If you hear a sound like air leaking, contact Epson. We have to open the cover. There's the blue handle here. It says to pull it back within 2 seconds and lock it to the right. Close the cover and hit OK. We did that. It said this next process takes about a minute. It's going to pull some more ink, and we'll come back to it with the next step. All right, it said it was done with that. It actually lowered the bed a little bit. We're going to open this. We have to turn this handle to the left and push it back in. Close the cover, hit OK. And again, it's telling us to lift the cover, extend the handle back while holding this, and lock it to the right. Close the cover and hit OK. It just sent us another notification. Open the cover. Turn the handle to left to unlock it and push it in. And there is some resistance here, so make sure you're holding that. Now it's telling us to extend the handle out and push it in again. I'm going to close the cover and hit OK. the screen says now it is spending time cleaning the print head. The approximate time on this is 18 minutes. We'll let it go and see what our next step is. I believe this is step 8 of 9, so we are getting close. All right, I just sent another alert. It says that we can remove the ink charging tool. So we're going to lift this up. Put the cover back on it just to keep from spilling. Lift it up and out of the way. Again, keep that because it can be used again. It says the ink charging process is complete. Hit OK. And we are now ready for printing. We will install the software, get it on our network, and come back for another video to see what our first print looks like. Thank you guys for watching this on the V1070. We're excited to get it in use. If you have any questions on it, feel free to call us at the shop at 715-712-0085. You can always email us at thegraphicspros@gmail.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe, turn on those notifications. It helps us with this content. We will see you all again for our next video.